game. Nano, so much fun. Nano, it's a virtual pal.
Keep it healthy, keep it clean. Keep it happy, it's a thing. It's a thing. Nano Baby, Nano King. Nano Baby, it's so pretty.
What are you gonna name your Nano Baby?
Now you can own Batman and Robin on video.
I got you!
No, I got you.
It's the one day you won't want to miss. Cool Party. Own it on video.
Soundtrack available on Warner Sunset Records. Rated PG-13.
Oh, hello. I would like to exchange this, please.
Okay, reason, sir?
Well, it's just too plain.
This happens a lot.
Oh, a Nestle Crunch. Oh, now that's more like it. You know.
Yeah, next.
Okay.
Nestle Crunch. It's just more fun to munch.
Welcome to the Edge, brother. The place where mushrooms live at their own risk. Where the toppings meet the tongue and outer crust has been abolished. The Edge from Pizza Hut, where there's no outer crust and no inner longing. Where the toppings roam free and the taste runs deep. It's the Edge Pizza, and you're just $8.99 away from 16 pieces of pure, pulchritudinous toppings. Come on, have you been to the Edge?
Sunday, sweet little Tiffany's been arrested.
It wasn't me.
But she's not going quietly.
It's either butt kickings or lollipops, and I'm fresh out of lollipops.
On Happily Ever After. Then, close the blinds and turn off the lights. Carol discovers smut.
It's like a scene from Aliens.
Renee discovers something else.
Oh my God, that's the overnight parcel guy.
Check out an all-new All Right Already. After Unhappily. Sunday.
The whole season comes down to
A chicken! There!
Something is about to change the way you see TV. Channel surfing, the game. Your team surfs the airwaves.
hot hunks of Hollywood.
Yes!
To find the stuff on the cards.
And the hardware.
Hardware?
Hey, it looks hard to wear to me. No way.
It's not what you watch, it's what you see.
Lawn furniture! Lawn furniture!
Channel surfing, the game. That'll change the way you see TV.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Someone is playing a deadly game.
What do you want?
It's crazy.
Someone who's seen one too many scary movies.
Who are you?
The question is, where am I?
Critics say Scream is clever, hip, and scary. A complete original. The most enjoyable thriller of the year.
This isn't a movie. This is life.
Scream. Rated R. Starts Friday, December 20th at theaters everywhere.
Who gives you raging arcade gameplay? The most authentic sports games. And access to the internet all on your TV. Play games, surf the net, only on Sega Saturn.
Taco Bell introduces fajita wraps, a different taste from a whole new place.
Cut it up, spice it up, grill it up, wrap it up, mix it up, fire it up, fill it up, tear it up, wrap it up.
Sink your teeth into Taco Bell fajita wraps. Marinated grilled steak or chicken and roasted fresh veggies, all wrapped up and ready to rumba.
There's nothing ordinary about it. Wrap it up.
We're back! Bachelor number 3. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm thin. My screen is really sharp. I play all the Game Boy games, and of course, I'm silver.
Oh, I picked number 3!
Well, there you have it.
New Game Boy Pocket.
What's happening in the Cabbage Patch? Puppies and kitties with crimp and curl hair. 6 lovable pets to style here and there. We're gonna break your tail. Frisky crimp and curl pets, each sold separately. Let's get styling now.
Something hip, blue in the town, spraying art with a blaster there. It's the color blaster. Pump, spray. Blast away!
Extra pens and stencils sold separately.
Color blaster.
It's a blast. Kitty Surprise is hiding. Look, she has baby kitty. Surprise, surprise, it's Kitty Surprise. How many kitties are there in 3 baby kitties. They're all so cute. 3 or 4 or 5. I love kitty. Surprise, surprise, it's kitty surprise. Poor kitty. Beautiful baby kitties inside. 5 kitties all different. Surprise, it's kitty surprise.
Kitty Surprise comes with 3, 4, 5 baby kitties. 1 in 4 comes with 4 or 5, each sold separately.
What's this? It's your birthday, remember? Hallmark, doing all out. Well, it's not every day your best friend turns 73. I wouldn't say you're old, but if you were a lizard, you'd be a belt by now.
Shoebox greetings. Hallmark's unexpected way to say you care.
I guess that makes you a wallet.
Hallmark has the ways to say you care.
We're gonna take your picture. Here we go. Okay, give me a big smile. Don't worry, kids love me. Oh, it's a phone. They want you to smile. They'll call you back.
So this guy walks into a psychiatrist with a squid on his head. Oh, you've heard this one. Ow! Funny thing happened to me on the way to the sandbox today.
Look, I'm the mouse man. Don't cry. It's just me. It's not really a mouse. I'm dying here. You like French fries? You like McDonald's? What did I tell you? Kids love me.
Catch this pig!
Sounds like a pig.
Awesome! Catch this rooster!
Sounds like a rooster.
Awesome!
Sound like who they are.
Catch this cow!
Sounds like a cow.
Awesome! Catch this cat! Sounds like a cat. Awesome!
Sound like who they are.
4 different Awesome Tossums, each sold separately. Batteries included. Big available May 1st.
How did I make it big? I know how. To play the game, I buy real estate, hotels, fancy cars, even railroads, and I take chances. To make it big, you've got to play the game. I'm Monopoly Game.
4 guys rushing through the rush hour. By the hand, by the hand. McMuffins fresh and hot, or biscuits golden brown. Breakfast from McDonald's, what a way to get around. Round 2.
You're on, guys.
It's a good time on the great taste. Bye, breakfast by the hand.
Try our new Fast Break combos. Bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit or sausage and egg biscuit with regular size coffee and regular size orange juice, just $1.99.
Hamburger places may be good at making hamburgers, but when they try to make chicken, it doesn't always fly. That's why I count on the chicken experts, Kentucky Fried Chicken. The Colonel's secret recipe makes their chicken tender, juicy, and downright delicious.
Things are licking good. At Kentucky Fried Chicken, all we do is chicken, so we do it right. Most burger places are only fooling themselves.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do chicken right.
I may live through 2023. I'm not ready to go yet, okay? I'm not ready. You gotta wait. I got shit to do. I'm in the middle of something, all right? Just hold on. You are a cunt. Man or woman, you are a cunt. A C-U-N-T what? Cunts. I happen to love the word.
Watch your mouth or don't come in here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, people, come on, we're adults here. You know what?
adults.
What is the point?
Yeah, we're adults here. I got a fucking Burger King fucking thing on my head. We're all fucking adults here, guys. People in my chat, 2 words. What are they? 2 words. Let me see the chat flood. Let me see the chat flood. 2 words. Okay, next caller. Please. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, which translate in American to dick and balls.
I got flip-flops. These are my flip-flops. Yeah, I really like my flip-flops because I can put them on. Because look, watch me put them on. I can put them on all by myself. Watch me put them on. Look, are you watching? Look, these are my flip-flops.
Thanksgiving Day. I remember it clearly. It was Thanksgiving Day. I was inserting myself in somebody else's fucking business as a cash grab, and you know.
This channel is harsh reality.
Karen Yak se jodió la sucia vida. Amen.
This is Jonathan Lee Riches. I have cheeseburgers. I'm gonna put cheese on them. I'm gonna make sure that I have my hamburgers because I'm a big boy now and I can make the hamburgers. My mom lets me use the stove now.
And I'm just like, wow, I like receipts, and they brought receipts. Like they had evidence to back up everything they said. And I'm like, okay, well, there's got to be another side to this, right? Like this can't. No, this is too fantastic.
Yeah, because you're not going to just jump to the conclusion that there's a conspiracy amongst cops to cover up a murder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, cops and just like soccer moms and shit. Like that's what made it even crazier. Like,
yeah, get it, Betty. Yeah,
did you have a close relationship with your mom?
Get it, Betty.
Oh, of course, I still do.
Yeah.
My older sister was kind of sad. She was more of the prissy girl that like going
That is
and
the
getting her
best
done,
shit fucking
shopping for
ever.
dresses with mommy. I was the tomboy that liked playing with the
Shout out to Cherry for just being just easily the most faithful and loyal supporter that I've ever had, man. That someone could have that tenacity with loyalty. And I'm really blessed to have someone like Cherry be part of this channel and in my life. So it means a lot. And yes, I named him after Mr. T and Rocky. Say, woman. Say, woman. Say, woman. Since your old man ain't got no heart, why don't you come down to my apartment tonight and I'll show you a real man. Oh my God, I'm so in love with this little dude. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I love you guys very, 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 very much. And we will do this again very soon, my friends. Oh, say bye. Say bye. Oh, I love you too. Give me a kiss. Oh, I love you. Bye, guys. Woo! Welcome, everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope everybody's weekend is going fantastic. Oh, my goodness. People, we got, we got a little bit to talk about. Mostly, I'm just excited because I thought I was hamstrung, but I'm not. Turns out I'm not, because there was that. Excuse me. There was that that post coming from Turtle Boy Live on YouTube that was apparently a quote from Bradle, Timothy Bradle, Turtle Boy's defense attorney. Now, I guess things may or may not have changed, or that was not so. I don't really know. I can tell you that I contacted him directly today. And we had a very positive exchange, and I asked him what I could quote him on, and what he allowed me to quote him on was what I shared in the Twitter post that most of you saw today. But I can tell you what I could not quote him on lit up a fire in me. Like, I'm not even trying to lie. This dude, like, this guy, I can tell you that there are lawyers who are here to do a job. You know, there are lawyers that, you know, they're in it for the publicity. I can tell you, being a pretty decent judge of character, I slip sometimes, don't get me wrong. I've been burned more or less. And I gotta tell you this, when I've been burned, 99% of the times where I've been burned about somebody's character, it's because I didn't listen to my own inner voice. I didn't pay attention to my own instincts. I ignored my own instincts, going, nah, it's probably not a thing. You know? So, but I could tell you this. I truly believe with all of my heart that Timothy Bradel is absolutely the best possible attorney that Turtle Boy could have retained. Now, the reason why I say that is this guy gave me every reason to believe that he is absolutely passionate about the First Amendment and your freedom of speech. I feel that with everything I got, balls to bone. I absolutely believe this. Like I said, the one thing that I could quote about him was exactly what I posted on Twitter, which was, I am urging you, meaning me, I am urging you and everybody to speak out. Okay? Now, what I will do is I will read you the email that I sent to him. Okay? That email says, "Hi, Mr. Bradel. My name is Will, and I have a YouTube channel called The Glarer. In regards to your recent public statement to Aiden's followers, I want to be clear that I have every intention of doing what I can with my platform to help his case and to avoid contributing to any further grounds that the Commonwealth may use to keep him unlawfully incarcerated. What I would like to do is continue to show the pattern in which his unlawful incarceration is directly in connection to the case against Karen Read. It is clear to me that the strategy by the Commonwealth against Karen Read is to discredit Aiden and, in turn, his findings. I personally feel that speaking up about this is vital to both his case and Karen's. But you're the attorney, and I'm just a loudmouth with a passion for the truth and justice. If you feel that in doing so will damage your ability to efficiently defend him in court, I will reluctantly but more than willingly avoid discussing his case altogether until permitted otherwise, for lack of a better term. I feel that I can effectively do this without discussing the details of his private interaction with the alleged victim in the latest development, which led to his most recent charges. If you would be so kind as to find the time, which I understand is very valuable, to let me know what is okay to discuss and what isn't, I would be extremely grateful. On a personal note, I feel that you are doing an incredible job, and I can see how genuinely passionate you are about this case and how personally invested you clearly seem to be. It's inspiring to a lot of people, and we all sure need that right now. So thank you. I hope this message finds you well. Will the Glarer." So he did respond, and And it was an awesome response. Like I said, I only read what he basically gave me permission to quote him on. And that's all I'm going to do. So if I had to guess, what I would say is, and I don't want to speak for him, but considering our exchange, I feel as though what we need to do here is simply stay focused on why we are all still here and why we were here in the first place. Again, Turtle Boy is paying a very, very hefty price right now, not only financially due to attorney fees, court costs, things of that nature, and the money that he's losing because he does make money off of his platform, off of his blog, off of his YouTube channel. He makes money off of these things. Now he's not monetized, but through, the donations and whatnot, this is how he makes a living. Just there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I make money doing this too, because you guys may feel as though it's worth supporting, and I'm grateful to you for that. But nevertheless, Turtle Boy relies on that money. So not only the money that is he paying for an attorney, but being incarcerated, he's incapable of doing his work. He's incapable of earning. He's incapable of providing you with the content that you guys feel so strongly and you enthusiastically support. So this is not only is he paying those prices, but he's also paying the price of his freedom. He's being stifled, whereas his livelihood depends on him having a voice and being loud and speaking his opinions. His livelihood depends on this. And this is your basic human right. All of you have this freedom. The only difference is he makes a living off of it. But you all have this freedom. And him doing what he's doing, and as important as it is, it has to tell you how important it is if they're so desperate as to lock him up, to shut him up. Because we know that these charges are absolute bullshit. We know they are. We went over those charges step by step. I did it in 5 live streams. I went over every one of those charges, and they're absolutely ridiculous. They're either just straight lies or they're twisted. Now, he is now locked up in jail, people. Okay? We're talking about he's eating the shittiest food that you could possibly imagine. He's having to bunk with and associate with actual criminals, someone who doesn't have a record, with actual criminals when he has not actually committed a crime. He is not someone that anyone who knows him claims that he is an actual violent nature. And he's in jail with violent criminals right now. This is the epitome of an injustice. And he's doing so because he believes, and this is the irony here, he's in there because he believes that someone else is facing life imprisonment for something that they didn't do. The irony is insane. The irony is just overwhelming when you think about it. Because that's so it's like, shut up about the innocent woman or we're going to shut you up, which has basically happened over and over again. How many times did we see him sit here and go, you're not going to shut me up. You're not going to shut me up. Now, I missed a super chat real quick. Alyssa K, thank you. We ain't got no quit. Thank you for continuing to bring truth and justice to light. Everyone keeps speaking out. Agreed. Now, I'm not interested in the details of his relationship with this person that he had this interaction with. I don't know how she's a witness, and how intimidating a witness comes into play. I mean, allegedly, I know, supposedly what he did was he pushed her onto a couch, saying, give me something, right? E-Flow, thank you so much. Thank you for speaking up, not backing down, and giving the Turtle Riders the fire to keep the movement going. You are the real deal. Can't wait to meet you when you visit Beantown. Yeah, I look forward to that as well. Thank you so much. And Tom CPU is in the house. Tom CPU, I plan on streaming your last live stream because you have something in there that I wanted to listen to, and I can't seem to find it for myself. But I want to play it and go over it, which would be the that Michael Morrissey interview, the audio of that interview. So I would like to be able to do that. Which was really interesting, and I couldn't pay close enough as we spoke that night. I couldn't pay close enough attention to really listen to the whole thing because I had other things going on. But I want to go over that. Oh my goodness. Candy, thank you for the Cash App. I appreciate that. I just happened to see the notification come through. Oh, really? Okay. I'm subscribed to them. Let me check. He can hang out for a while tonight, folks. You know what I got for Christmas? I got a thermos. Not that interview. Okay. What I'm talking about another interview, not the press conference that he held, but an interview that he had with a reporter, I think. So I can pour like this cup of coffee, this pot of coffee in here. I think I'm going to do that. The first time I've even unscrewed this thing. Oh my God. There's like 3 different. Jesus, this is like a safe, bro. Okay. All right. So here we go. This holds about a pot of coffee. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, it's overflowing. See that? Too much coffee. Too much. Doesn't even hold the whole pot. I'm pissed. We're going to get to this, folks. We are going to get to this. Why does Cherry give up? I don't know why Cherry's giving up. Cherry always gives up. And then she comes back. Cherry's fantastic. Okay. So, and Leah Baker, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Glare, have you reconsidered taking donos from the stream towards? No, I have not reconsidered this. No. I explained last time as to why I don't do that. And I know that there are channels that do, and kudos to them for that, but it has bitten me in the ass in the past. As you can see, there are plenty of trolls and shitty people out there that are looking for any reason to discredit you. And one of the best ways to discredit somebody is to accuse them of theft of any kind whatsoever. And so therefore, what we can do is, first of all, most of you guys are Turtle Riders. You guys already know where to donate to Turtle Boy for his defense fund. And I have in the description the link to where you can donate to the Canton 9. If you want to donate to me and support the channel, you're more than welcome to. But you also, of course, have the option to support the Canton 9's defense fund, which is in the description. And Cherry will be dropping it quite a bit here. So that's that. But But no, I'm not. I'm not doing the whole 20 or 30 or 40 or 50% of whatever you donate to me goes to that. That means I got to do math, which I'm gonna fuck up. And if I fuck up the math, then people will start to go, well, where's this money? And then you get some dickhead on YouTube going, let's audit the Glarers donations, you know, and then I'm just like, suck a dick. So I'm leaving that up to you. If you want to donate to me and support the channel, I'm more than grateful. But if you prefer to donate to the Canton Nine and their defense fund, which I would urge you to do, please do so. And Turtle Boy's Defense Fund, of course, please do so. Elaine, thank you so much. Maybe someone close to Turtle Boy who lived near him could set up a GoFundMe account for Turtle Boy. He so deserves a fundraiser to help him with all this. I agree. I agree. That would not hurt. Again, some of you guys might not like this, but I don't fuck with GoFundMes for the very same reason. Even some of my haters know why. And those live streams are still up as to why I don't fuck with GoFundMes ever. I promised myself I was never going to fuck with a GoFundMe on this channel again. So I don't ever. It's a big hassle. I piss too many people off who are looking to find anything wrong with me. So I just don't even give them the fuel. And welcome Southwest 4x4 Explorers, member for 9 months. Why is he stuck in jail without bail options? Yeah, that's a great question. That's a great question. Welcome Southwest 4x4 Explorers, and thank you. That is an excellent question. Now, the purpose of me pouring that coffee into that thermos was so that I could brew another pot. And so, I do honestly think that Turtle Boy's arrest, considering everything, is directly connected to the Karen Read case. Give me 1 second here, folks. Okay, sorry about that. I appreciate your patience, y'all. Okay, so thank you, D. Olney. Appreciate it. I'm a whatever is on sale boy. I don't give a shit if it's Folgers or whatever. So now, if you look at everything leading up to Turtle Boy's actual arrest, there was constant signs that they were trying to lock him up in time for the start of Karen Read's trial. Now, the reason I think that they did that was for two reasons. A, to cut the head off the snake, as I've said before. I've made this point a few times, but there are more people here than there were the last time. So I'll fill you guys in for anybody who's new here. I believe they did this to cut the head off the snake, so to speak. They figured if Turtle Boy's not there and he's in jail, it serves as a purpose of intimidation to the rest of anybody who believes that Karen Read is innocent, and anybody who plans on assembling for the sake of protesting her trial, for the sake of protesting her charges. So they figure if he's not there, morale's going to be down and nobody's going to want to assemble, and they're not going to protest. A, and B, they figure that it's a distraction. You set up this situation, and this is just my opinion, folks. This is just my opinion, because I find it very, very interesting, the circumstances in which Turtle Boy ended up going over to the house of this alleged victim. I know a lot of people here know her name. I don't want it mentioned in my chat. Cherry, if you see anybody, drop her name in my chat. Please make sure to delete the comment, put the person on timeout. If they do it twice, hide them. We are not here to talk about her. I do not give a shit about that woman. I do not give a shit about her problems. I don't give a shit what kind of a mother she is. I don't give a shit about any of that. What I care about are the facts of the case. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate the Cash App. I just saw that come through. Now, the facts of the case dictate to me that this was absolutely, I mean, there's just too much going on. You look at the way that the investigation into John O'Keefe's death was conducted. It is negligent. It is faulty, and is arguably corrupt. Straight misconduct. And now, right, Kevin C, exactly. Great point. It doesn't change the fact that Karen needs us standing up and standing out for her. If you believe her to be innocent, now this is the thing. Again, I want to make this point. People, and I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with me, and that's fine, but I don't necessarily, I'm not going to sit here and say that I know for a fact that Karen Read is innocent. I'm not going to sit there and say that. I don't know, but I believe her to be innocent based on the information made available to us. A lot of it provided to us by Turtle Boy. I believe her to be innocent. And here's the thing about that. If there is so much evidence to dictate that this investigation alone was conducted, and I made this point last time when I was live, if there is so much information that shows us that she, an American citizen, subject to the same rights as any other American, that's why everybody, suspect of a crime or otherwise, doesn't matter. We all have rights in this country. And if her rights were violated, if her right to due process was violated, if her right to a fair and just investigation leading to her charges was violated, then it is her right to be set free. It is her right to be set free. It is her right for those charges to be dropped. You fucked up. You didn't catch her. People are going to sit there and go, oh my God, so you support murder, blah, blah, blah. No, I support a just system. And if it's not like she beat the system, it's that the system fucked themselves. And not only that, if she is guilty, the system fucked themselves and they fucked the people out of justice for a Boston police officer. They fucked his family out of it. They fucked him out of it. They fucked you out of it. That's exactly what happened. Make no mistake. Karen Read didn't do that. You need to be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law that she is undeniably the person responsible for John O'Keefe's death. And if you're going to upgrade her charges from manslaughter to murder, saying that it went from being a possible accident to being a malicious crime with intent, then you need to be able to prove that. You need to be able to prove to society that she is absolutely a murderer. And there is no fucking way. There is no way with all of the evidence that we have, as far as all of the data that we have, as far as this investigation goes, there is no fucking way that there is not tons of reasonable doubt, beyond reasonable doubt, tons of reasonable doubt. And that is why the people of Canton are pissed. That is why the people of Norfolk County are pissed. That is why the people of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts are pissed. Because the law enforcement investigators that are charged with the responsibility of getting a Boston police officer justice fucked it up. They're pissed because they cannot count on those law enforcement investigators to do the job that they pay taxes for them to do in order for them to feel safe as Massachusetts citizens. And that's why they're angry. They're not just fucking getting together for the free food. I don't even think there is free food at these fucking things. They're not doing this for popularity. They're not doing this to just cause a stink. These people are pissed because the people who they elect into office and the people who they pay their taxes for to keep them safe fucked up. And if getting justice for a Boston police officer in the state of Massachusetts does not seem to be a priority for them, then these people have every right to be nervous and scared to live there. So regardless, let's just forget the whole argument for the sake of just being productive, folks. Let's forget the whole fucking argument of whether or not Karen Read is innocent or guilty. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There's no way, whether she's innocent or guilty, that you're going to get 12 jurors with the case that the defense is going to be able to argue against the prosecution. There's no way you're going to get 12 jurors to convict that woman. There is no way. Too many mistakes were made. So, I mean, it's not even a question of whether or not she's innocent or guilty at this point. I mean, and that's on Michael Morrissey's office, which, by the way, need we remind you that Michael Morrissey's office is under investigation, under federal investigation. That can't be a coincidence. I mean, because not only were they covering up whatever the fuck they were covering up, but they were sloppy about it. They didn't even make sure that the witness statements lined up. I mean, something as simple as that. I mean, it seems like these people are absolutely and totally brazen. Like they can do no wrong. Totally confident that because of their position of power, that makes them untouchable. That's absolutely what it comes off as. I mean, how do we not see that? This is absolutely an abuse of power. We just watched this guy hold a press conference. When I went live last night, we watched Michael Morrissey stand there with Tully next to him and tell the entire world that without any type of investigation beyond 2 beat cops walking into a door and looking in the house, that this was a contained murder-suicide domestic situation without any investigation whatsoever conducted beyond, well, there's the guy, there's the gun, everybody else is dead. Let's call it. They told the world. And you're going to tell me there was no agenda behind that? You're going to tell me that there was no agenda behind that. See, this is the other point that I was getting at, is you're going to tell me that this wasn't the Turtle Boy's arrest was not an elaborate setup to get everybody focused on him and villainize him in some way, shape, or form to where everybody goes, Turtle Boy, Turtle Boy, Turtle Boy, his personal life, he's a piece of shit, blah, 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 blah. And then you stop thinking about Karen Read to get the people who support him to turn on him. And that's fine if you did. That's fine. I mean, you have your right to your opinion. If all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, Turtle Boy should have never went over to that house, I have a completely different outlook on him now. You have every right to feel that way. But make no mistake that it's exactly what they intended to do. Because here's the thing. This is why I think it was so fucking elaborate and so fucking dirty. Because you're not going to get a guy like Turtle Boy, who is as calculated as he is, to be able to protect, to be able to obtain and protect sources as he has. You're not going to get a guy like him to do something as stupid as to violate some sort of order, which I don't think he even knew about this order. But secondly, to hinder his own case unless he was entrapped with something that would make him so, overwhelmed with the need to actually go over to this person's house. Because here's the thing. There's few of us men out there. And any man out there who's ever had a family, any man out there whoever considers themselves somebody with integrity, even if you're someone like me who's made mistakes as a parent and as a spouse, I've made some mistakes. I've owned those mistakes, but I know that I love my family. My family always has come first. Okay. And anybody with a man, anybody who considers themselves a man, if a woman who you have been intimate with calls you to tell you that she is pregnant and she is about to perform an abortion, okay? Anybody, any man, I don't care who the fuck you are, any man, and she tells you that she's about to perform an abortion and she can't be alone. It is your responsibility. As much as it's your responsibility to be there in the delivery room with her, it's actually more of your responsibility to be there if she decides to do this and make this choice and go through this procedure. It is absolutely a man's responsibility to be by her side to do that. And I don't give a shit if I got charges coming up on me. I don't give a shit if I don't care what the circumstances are. If I'm faced with that issue, I am not going to go, hey, I'm sorry, I can't be there for you because it might mess up my case. I'm going to go, fuck, this is important, and whatever happens, I'll deal with it. That's what any fucking man will do. Now, whether or not she was pregnant, I don't know. I'm not saying she was lying about the pregnancy. I'm not saying that she is, I don't care about any of that. That's not what's important here. But the only way that you would get me under those circumstances, and I believe Turtle Boy to be not much different, is to face me with something like that, where it's like, what am I going to do as a man here? All right, I'm done with this motherfucker. What am I going to do as a man? Because I can't imagine what else. I can't imagine, because there's no fucking way you're going to stop me from doing that. Because also, you also got to look at it. Let's just say that he's just doing it because he's a piece of shit. Let's just say he's going over there because he's a piece of shit, right? And he's just thinking, but even still, he's just thinking, well, you know what? I don't want my haters. I don't want this getting back to my haters that I didn't fucking go over there when she needed me for this. That's all I need, is that bad publicity. Even still, regardless, that's the only way that I could see a good guy or a bad guy doing something that stupid to go over there. Now, I just simply don't. I don't think. I mean, listening to that recording, at one point he says he doesn't believe that she's pregnant. Whatever. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. And we shouldn't care about that either. None of you guys should care about that either. I mean, you're free to do what you want, of course. But you're feeding into exactly what Michael Morrissey's office's strategy is. If you focus on these things, if you focus on the dirt in his life, if you focus on whether or not he was going to commit suicide, or he threatened or manipulated her with suicide, blah, blah, blah. All of those private exchanges between him and a significant other are irrelevant to the rest of the world. That means nothing. These things are designed to distract the court of public opinion, because the court of public opinion, and especially true crime people, crama people, are going to be focused on the dirt and the ugly side of things, which are nobody's business. What we need to do, and in order to stay credible, and in order to gain the attention of more people in this country and even people in parts of the world, is to stay focused on what actually matters, and that is the facts. And make no mistake, it is a fact that Turtle Boy's arrest was absolutely a strategy to distract. It was misdirection. It was a strategy of misdirection. Let's get all of Turtle Boy's followers to be talking about him. Since they love to talk about him so much, since they love him so much, let's make this happen, and then this will be the focus, and then we can move on with unjustly convicting Karen Read. We won't have all the noise. And if you think that that's paranoid, I mean, that's fine. It sounds paranoid, but it's designed to. It's designed to. It's designed to be so fucking elaborate that it sounds crazy when you say it. But the thing is none of you guys think that this is crazy because you guys watched it happen in real time. We watched it happen in real time, people. We watched Turtle Boy sit up here every fucking, what is it, Tuesday and Saturday? Every Tuesday and Saturday, sit up here and go, you're not going to shut me up. And I know you're going to find some fucking little loophole to fucking throw me in jail. I'm not going to be surprised when I get thrown in jail because you guys are doing everything you can to shut me up. And then all of a sudden, right before Christmas, dude is going to show up to a woman's house, intimidate her, throw her onto a couch, Doesn't add up, man. I just don't buy it. Everything that this guy's done so far. I mean, it doesn't add up. You're not going to convince me that all of a sudden this guy's just going to piss in the wind when his life is literally on the line. This guy's had no charges. This guy's never been in trouble in his life. And then all of a sudden he's going to piss in the wind over this one woman. When, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, this is the thing. And this is the point that's really what's important to focus on. So let's say she's a witness in his case, right? Let's say she's a witness in his case. What is she going to testify on? That he said certain things to her in private, that he confided in her about certain things in private. How are you going to prove that? Again, that's hearsay. That's what she's, oh, well, he told me this. That's not going to fly. That's not proof. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he intended to do something. It doesn't matter if he said, oh, I'll do this and this and this and this in the privacy of his home, in the privacy of her home or his home. It doesn't matter, even if she can prove that, because his case is not an intimidation case as it is a First Amendment case. You can't prove that he intimidated anybody. All he did was exercise his First Amendment. That's his entire defense. He is that confident in his right to freedom of speech that why in the fuck would he need to worry about what she's going to say on the stand against him in trial? He's completely not concerned about it. Every single time that you've heard him talk about his case, he has never sat there and expressed any concern for what somebody may or may not say. He's like, I am allowed to say whatever the fuck I want. I am a journalist. I am an independent journalist. You are an independent journalist if you choose to be. We all have freedom of speech here. I can say whatever the fuck I want. So if he is sitting here and his defense is that he's going to walk into a courtroom and his defense is going to be, Your Honor, I can say whatever the fuck I want. This is America. That's his entire defense. Why would he be worried about what somebody else is going to say on the stand about what he said or what he didn't say? He doesn't give a fuck. Say that. I can say whatever I want. So why would he go there to intimidate her? That makes no sense. Why would he intimidate her why would he intimidate her in order to keep her from testifying when it doesn't fucking matter? His defense trumps anything that she's going to say. It means dick what she would say on the stand. It means nothing. So where's the motive for intimidation? It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. The fact of the matter is Turtle Boy is locked up unjustly, and it is solely to shut him up. All I know is that the details that were given and presented to the judge by Timothy Bradel in that hearing where he was denied bail and incarcerated for up to 90 days, all I know was that Bradel presented data and she presented hearsay. She presented what she said. It was her word against his. Yet it wasn't her word against his. It was her word against Turtle Boy's proof and data. And yet they locked him up anyway. Why is that? It stinks. It stinks to high heaven. Give me 1 second here. Okay. I hope Cherry's looking for what I asked her to, but if not, I'll just run. I just don't have a timestamp on Tom CPU's video here to where he starts to. Sorry, I'm looking for the part where it starts, but okay, no, it's way before this. All right, then let me just do this. Okay, no. All right. Per request, folks. Per request.
I think we got a super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat. Super cat. Super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat. I think we got a super cat.
Sully P777, thank you so much. Okay, worst case, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up I know that there was an interview with him. I think there's a written interview, and I know I started to read it, but now I just have to find it because somebody sent it to me. But I want to read that interview. No. All right, no, that's Mike Genetti stuff. People send me, I just don't know who sent me what. And okay, I know it was before then. People send me some weird shit. Okay, no, that's Bullhorn Betty bullshit. Nope. I need Sherry's help here. Oh, is she in the chat? Is she telling me to check DM's asshole? It's normally what she does. No, there's nothing. She did not. Megan, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Everything you're saying is spot on. We all need to hear everything you said. Keep the focus. Cherry says, what the fuck are you looking for? I'm looking for the interview with Michael Morrissey that he just that somebody that he did with an independent seemed to be with an independent journalist, and I can't seem to find it now. It's driving me crazy. Like I DM'd you, Cherry, and nothing. Who's in the comments? Oh, I know Cherry's in the comments. No music, please. Good show. Who is this? Marianne, thank you for the PayPal. I appreciate it. Yes. Oh, it was Ken Mello. Yes, it was a Ken Mello, not Michael Morrissey. It was Ken Mello. Fall Reporter. There you go. You guys are fucking great. See what I mean? You guys are amazing. All right. And there we go. All right. So let's read this. Okay. I got it. Yes, we're good. We're good. Yeah, it's definitely the boomer in me. Thank you so much, Susan M. It's definitely the boomer in me. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read this. I have not read this in its entirety, but this was just after Turtle Boy was incarcerated that this was released. So this is December 28th, published December 28th, which was 2 days ago. The first question is, how did you get selected for this job? And what is the difference between a regular prosecutor and a special prosecutor? Ken Mello says, I received a call from the district attorney, Michael Morrissey, out of Norfolk County. They were looking for someone with extensive trial experience in criminal matters. They called me and we met, discussed the matter, and I agreed to take the position. Special prosecutor is a position that is appointed by the district attorney when there is a potential conflict of issues that have occurred. Here we had a Mr. Carney attacking members of the district attorney's office on his various blogs. So the office thought it would be appropriate to get someone who had not been on the receiving end of that, if you will. My function is completely independent of the district attorney. I don't need approval from them to do anything. Yeah, I find that to be utter bullshit. Now, mind you guys, I cannot read chat while I'm reading this. So if I miss anything, I do apologize. Yeah, I'm going to go on and read this because I don't have my StreamYard chat screen up when I'm reading this. So Carney had several counts in district court and then additional counts that were moved to Superior Court this past Friday. How did it get moved to Superior Court? I presented a case to the grand jury on various charges, and the grand jury reviewed the case. As is the practice, the district attorney then leaves the room, and the grand jury then deliberates on whether or not there is probable cause. And they did find probable cause on these particular counts. There were a number of charges, counts on intimidating a witness, conspiracy to intimidate a witness, and parading in front of a witness. We allege that Mr. Carney engaged in those acts, which are criminal under Chapter 268, Section 13A and 13B. Now, I keep seeing that, and I tried to Google and find when that law came into effect. Like, when was that law signed and put into effect in the state of Massachusetts? And I still don't know. I Googled the law, and all it shows me is the law itself. I know what the law says. I'm just curious as to... Yeah, I'm glad they're watching, and I hope so. Because I'm doing you guys a favor. You know? Like, I love cops. I love what you guys do when you're doing it up to par, when you're not fucking abusing your power to lock up innocent people. It's fucking great. And I don't think the majority of you do it. But when I get proof that somebody is, I'm coming. So then it goes on to ask him, his team said that the Friday court appearance was a win because the judge removed the parameters of the no contact order that had been put in place previously. Did you interpret it that way? So he says, we did not interpret it that way at all. Under an abundance of caution. Hold on. I see some gifted memberships. Susan M, welcome. And Sunny Days gifted 10 memberships. Wow. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And let's see real quick. Gregor Smith, Colleen Egan. I say Egon because that's how you spell Egon in Ghostbusters, or Egan. It's probably just Colleen Egan. My bad. Robin McGowan, Jody 617, Trina Dickerson, Chrissy Bello, and Jay Mansfield. Oh, wait, there's more. Lynn's, Ruby Chase, LKJ, and I think that's it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Welcome, guys. So Mello says we did not interpret it that way at all. Under an abundance of caution, we asked the judge to impose some restrictions, and the judge did not think he had the authority to do that and declined to do that, which was okay with us because essentially any violation of the law would trigger a bail revocation. No different than if conditions had been imposed and those conditions had been violated. Based upon Mr. Carney's prior activities, we didn't think it would be long before he would cross the line again. He seemed to be more brazen after he left court on Friday. In fact, the following day, he began intimidating. Yeah, no. See, right there, that is just more that tells me that this was absolutely a setup. That's exactly how I feel about that. I absolutely 100% believe that this was a setup because the timing could not be more convenient for the prosecution. The timing could not be more convenient for Mr. Ken Mello. I mean, you didn't even try to act like it wasn't a fucking setup. Like, he's up here going, it's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. And there it was the next day. Shocking. There it was the next day. Like magic. He broke the law. He knew. Like, the judge didn't even know what the fuck was going on. The judge, like, if you look at the judge's reaction to what he just said was everything. The judge's reaction was everything. Because this guy's sitting here, well, we would like you to, Your Honor, to fashion some sort of restriction that would keep Mr. Carney from violating the law. He's like, I don't need to tell he's sitting in court right now. I don't need to tell this guy not to break the law. He's subject to the law like everybody else. I don't know what you want me to do. He was lost. He was absolutely lost. But sure enough, it came to terms that how convenient, right after the fact, he ends up going to the house of somebody who allegedly lured him there because she was supposedly pregnant and she was about to take some abortion pills and she couldn't be alone. And who else to do that? How does a man say, no, fuck you, I'm not doing that? No man is going to do that. No self-respecting man is going to be in that position and just refuse. Regardless of the circumstances, regardless of facing jail time, no self-respecting man is just going to leave a woman in that position. So I don't buy it. And so, of course, you didn't interpret that as a win. I mean, because it was absolutely a win. On paper, it was absolutely a win. This guy's telling me everything by telling me nothing. You know what I mean? Right here in the interview, Ken Mello is telling me everything I need to know. Like, a guy like that is so fucking arrogant that he just can't help but gloat to some degree. He must gloat to some degree. And this is him gloating. Because on paper, that's absolutely a win. How can you not interpret that as a win when you walk into court, you want bail, you want him to be remanded. That's why you moved up the hearing. You want to slap these new indictments on him. And then you want to say, and then when the judge goes, well, wait a minute. All right, well, these are new indictments. I'm going to take off these restrictions. This is Superior Court, and the same rules don't apply here. And I don't have the power or the authority to just start slapping restrictions that you can't even cite a statute in which I can restrict. So you can't even tell me what you want me to do. Well, fashion something. And then the judge is like, fashion what? What do you mean? I mean, that was a mop-up job by the judge. And Ken Mello was the mess. And then he's going to say, I didn't see that as a loss. His restrictions, of course, if he were to go within 100 feet of one of the people named as one of his alleged victims of harassment or intimidation, of course, but then that gets lifted in Superior Court. That judge lifts that order. So therefore, it's even less of a chance that he's going to break the law in some way, shape, or form that's going to get him locked up. Now he has even more freedom. So now that he has this more freedom, the next day, he's going to put himself in a position to where he's going to get locked up, where he violates the law and intimidates, allegedly, a victim. It makes no sense. It doesn't add up. It just simply doesn't add up. Were you notified of the be on the lookout? He says, as soon as it was issued, yes. I mean, are you sure you didn't issue it? Because we know that the district attorney's office now, that was what I wanted to listen to. I wanted to listen to the phone call How do I get that? That was what I was trying to listen to. The phone call from Ken Mello's office to the local police department that picked up or at least cited the written arrests to the Canton Nine. I know that Tom CPU played that. I just don't have a timestamp for it. If I can get the timestamp for that, I'll play that. But that's what I really wanted to do. All right. Well, this is great, Sherry. I appreciate it. But what I wanted to know is, when was this law signed and put into effect? I get what the sections are. I know what the sections are. I know what the law is, but I don't have a date for when this law was put into effect. That's what I'm looking for. Do you know where Mr. Carney was during the time of the Bolo was in effect? He says, Mello says, we did not know where he was during that time, and our office was not actively looking for him. We had communication from him that he was going to turn himself in on Saturday, but he did not do so. He ended up coming in on Tuesday. All right. So at no point did they say that they were ever actively looking for him. So Turtle Boy was never on the run, as people like to say, that he was evading police, that he was a fugitive on the run. First of all, a be on the lookout is not even close to the same thing as a warrant being issued. A be on the lookout just means to be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for this person. Detain them. But that might just be that they want them for questioning. Doesn't mean that they want to arrest them. Doesn't mean anything of the sort. Now, be on the lookout just means to be on the lookout. Keep an eye out for this dude. If you see him, stop him. That's it. That's what a be on the lookout means. No arrest warrant was issued. Ah, there we go. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Cherry. Appreciate it. Oh, shit. I exited out of that. I'm going to go ahead and skip that now, actually. I'm going to keep going with this Ken Mello interview real quick. So, yeah, he says that he ended up coming in on Tuesday. I mean, he throws a little shade at him and saying that he said he was turning himself in on Saturday, but he didn't do so. He ended up coming in on Tuesday. And that doesn't mean that he was on the run. Like I said, I just explained as to why that doesn't mean that he was on the run or he was a fugitive from justice. If you have a warrant issued for your arrest and the cops are actively looking for you, which he just stated in this interview that the cops were not looking for him. So he was not a fugitive on the justice, a fugitive from justice. He was not a fugitive on the run from justice. There was a bolo, that was it. And I would imagine that he was waiting to be able to come to a certain agreement with his attorney, Tim Bradel, as to how to go about moving forward with that situation, which is exactly what anybody who has an attorney under retainer would do with half a brain. Anybody would do that. You're paying that attorney a lot of money. You're going to wait for what he tells you. There was word that Massachusetts State Police were actively searching for him. Do you know anything about that? Mello says if he was spotted, he was definitely going to be taken into custody, but I didn't have troopers out looking for him. That's what a bolo means. How could you have, you could have if you wanted to, correct? He said, yes. I mean, really? I don't know how. Was it because of the holiday that you chose not to apprehend him? He said that was part of it. Yes. Okay. Right. Bullshit. When did his ex-girlfriend become a witness in this case? She became a witness in this case recently. We received some communication from her, and I had a summons served on her on Friday. After our Superior Court appearance on Friday, she was served with a summons. Huh. That's interesting. So the very same day where Turtle Boy walks out of the courtroom with those restrictions that he previously had lifted, the very same day, this woman gets served with a summons to appear in court, issued by Ken Mello. But that's not a coincidence. It just so happened it happened right then and there. And as soon as she gets this summons as a witness, she's officially a witness. She's not a witness until the day, she's not a witness prior to the very day that those charges, or at least those restrictions, get lifted, and that court hearing goes horribly for Ken Mello, right? You're going to tell me that's a coincidence in timing, that all of a sudden, as soon as Ken Mello gets his ass dragged around in court by this judge, that he issues a summons for this woman. But the timing of that isn't completely convenient, right? Okay. Okay. And then, after she gets this summons, like the day after, he has this argument with her. She lures him over to his house, says she's pregnant. She's going to take some abortion pills. And that's all just coincidence, right? That's all just coincidence. Turtle Boy gets this win in court. The very same day, she gets a summons. The next day after that, he has an altercation with her. And the next day after that, he's charged with, or he's on, there's a be on the lookout for him for witness intimidation. No, I don't think they paid her. I don't think they paid her. I don't think they paid her at all. I have theories as to how that happened, because these people have such an interesting way of getting things done. I have theories, but I'm not just going to throw out some, you know what I mean? I'm not just going to throw that shit around, you know? I'm not just going to throw out that wild speculation, but I sure as shit don't think that it was a coincidence at all. I don't think the timing was a coincidence at all. Not even a little bit. So you're saying that the office had no connection to her until she reached out to you. And he says that's correct. I call bullshit on that. That I don't believe for a second. Only because of all the timing. Like all of a sudden, this method to lock up Turtle Boy for 90 days just before the Karen Read trial starts, just before this all starts, just magically appears in Ken Mello's stocking right on Christmas, right? With a big old bow on it. It just happens, right? I'm supposed to believe that? I'm supposed to believe that. That all of a sudden she just reached out. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reach out to them and then coinky-dink, coinky-dink. Get real. Like, how stupid do you fucking think we all are, man? Like, seriously. Like, how stupid do you think that the dude who's conducting this interview is? And then it says, this ex-girlfriend asked for a restraining order against Aiden that was granted for 10 days. Is she going to have to go back to court to get that extended, even though he is being held? So that, again, I mean, how the fuck is he supposed to know about this restraining order? If she showed up the day that he went to court and he wasn't even aware of this restraining order, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it makes sense to me that he had no idea of this restraining order. It was just issued. And it was issued for what, 10 days? That's interesting. It says right here. 10 days, a 10-day restraining order. She's going to have to get it extended even though he's being held. I've never heard of a restraining order that only lasts 10 days. That doesn't make sense to me. The fuck good does 10 days do? I mean, that's probably, I don't know. I don't know the law, right? I really don't. But I'm wondering if those 10 days, if that's what you can get. A temporary restraining order. I get what a temporary restraining order is. Most restraining orders are temporary, but 10 days? 10 days seems really, really short. Right. And it's an emergency in Massachusetts. I was just about to speculate on that. I wonder if it's because you don't actually have to have any proof. I know that when I tried to file a restraining order in Atlanta, right? Not in the city of Atlanta, but in the greater area of Atlanta where I lived, in the county, in Cobb County, where I lived, there was, I walked in there and I had proof. I had proof that this person was a danger, but unless I could prove that they actually threatened, that they actually made threats to me and someone else who was in my care, unless I could prove that that person actually made threats, I could prove that they were a danger. I just couldn't prove that they actually made threats. And I could not get a restraining order, or even a temporary one, under those circumstances, unless I could prove it, that they had actually made a threat. But apparently in Massachusetts, it's different. Apparently in Massachusetts, it's different. That's a good question, Elaine. The Glare, do you think that it has anything to do with what Tim Bradel stated about them needing about 10 days? That I think is a coincidence only because it doesn't matter. Like the temporary restraining order, I mean, that has nothing to do with anything because Turtle Boy's in jail for those 10 days. How is he a threat to her? You know what I mean? So I don't think that has anything to do with anything unless there's some sort of legal reason why he has to wait for those 10 days to expire in order to file some sort of motion. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But if I'm just spitballing, I think it's just a coincidence, the 10 days being a coincidence, being mentioned in those both instances. The audio recording between Carney and the female was released by Carney himself on his YouTube channel. Do you know when that was recorded? To our knowledge, that was recorded in the early morning hours before Christmas Eve. After he left Superior Court on Friday, the following day, Saturday, he went to the ex-girlfriend's apartment late at night, and the recording was made during that time. But of course, you know, he's going to record himself intimidating a witness, right? Or he's going to record himself, I don't know, so that she can't accuse him of something that he didn't do. I don't know. That just seems crazy. There was some discussion during the arraignment that Attorney Bradel sent private investigators over to the apartment of the female witness at some point and that one of the private investigators was detained by local police. Do you know anything about that? Mello says, I have only heard what you have heard about that, and I have no idea if that's true. Now, I had asked someone who is a private investigator and a friend of the channel. And he goes by the name SF Investigates. So I asked him, is it standard for a PI under the employ of a defense attorney to get arrested for witness intimidation under orders of the DA when asking a witness standard questions in regards to the case? Right? And he just answered flat out no. And he elaborates. He says, they have every right to interview a witness. You can't make threats, but you have the same access that law enforcement does. Now, why would someone under the employ of a defense attorney make threats? So I have no reason to believe that Timothy Bradle's defense attorney or Timothy Bradle's private investigator under his employ would threaten a witness under any circumstance. I can't imagine any circumstance in which he would do that. He or she would do that. He goes on to say, unless there is true intimidation, I can't imagine an investigator being hit with witness intimidation. Licensed investigators have every right to interview witnesses and or suspects. And if working for a defense team, the information obtained is work product, so it's privileged. The investigator does not have to disclose anything. He then goes on to say that doesn't stop the person interviewed from disclosing what he or she said, but you can't depose the investigator and get that information or through interrogations, etc. So the PI is totally protected. A private investigator under the employ of a court officer is absolutely protected. They can't even be deposed. They can't even be made to disclose what they obtained through their investigations. So unless this private investigator absolutely threatens someone or worse, which I don't see happening, I find it very interesting that he would even be questioned, that he would even be detained. To me, that's a real bad look. That's a real bad look on Ken Mello. That's a real bad look on Michael Morrissey. Real bad. You cannot detain a PI for doing their job. I wonder if this coffee's still hot. I haven't used this thermos yet. It's the first time. So let's see. Let's see, shall we? Dude, I put this thing on tight. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's still steaming hot. I love it. It's not that hot, though. Yeah, I mean, how are you not seeing how fucked up this is? If you're not seeing how fucked up this is, how are you not by now? How is that not absolute intimidation coming from the prosecution? everything coming from anybody involved in the Karen Reed prosecution that extends to Turtle Boy's prosecution, because it does, because we know that Tully was there present when Turtle Boy was initially arrested. We know it. We know it for a fact. Why was Tully there? Doesn't even live in the same town. Why was Tully there? I mean, that's straight intimidation. That is straight intimidation coming from the prosecution. All of these insanely desperate efforts to shut people up. I mean, we're talking about a private investigator hired for Turtle Boy's defense, not even for Karen Reed's defense. Bradel doesn't work for Karen Reed. He works for fucking Turtle Boy, dude. He doesn't work for Karen Reed. Why are they so desperate to intimidate anyone involved with Turtle Boy? Me, I love this shit. I love this shit. Try and fuck with me locally here where I live. Good luck with that. People like me here. Cops actually do their jobs here. I support cops here because they do their fucking jobs. I love this shit. I don't like what's happening, but I love the fact that you people just keep making yourselves fucking look worse and worse and worse and worse. In your efforts to shut people up, you're making us louder. I mean, speaking of which, wait, what is this? Okay, I don't know. For those of you who are local, January 5th, 7:30 a.m., Justice for Karen Reed and John O'Keefe. Norfolk Superior Courthouse, Dedham, to peacefully protest at Karen Reed's court hearing at 9 a.m. And I wish I could make it to that one. I'm going to do my best to make it to future ones. It's just a little too short notice for me, but I would love to be there with you guys. But I would absolutely encourage all of you to be there. Make no mistake that I have no doubt in my mind that if Turtle Boy was not in jail right now, he would be at this thing. And remember that the entire purpose of them locking Turtle Boy up is to deter you from showing up there and assembling peacefully in protest for justice for John O'Keefe and for Karen Reed. I guarantee you that Turtle Boy would be there. And just because he's not there doesn't mean... Now, the fact that he's not there and he's in jail, in my opinion, should be all the more reason to go. Again, it's a little too short notice for me. I won't be able to make it, but I wish I could be there. I truly, with all my heart, wish I could. And in the meantime, I will use my platform to speak my mind, use my voice, and I will do everything that I can from here. In the meantime, if I can't, I mean, hopefully moving forward, like I said, future dates, I'll absolutely do my best to make a presence there and hang out with you guys and be right shoulder to shoulder with you in protest for John O'Keefe and for Karen Read. Now, obviously, what this says here is very clear. To peacefully protest at Karen Read's court hearing. It's very, very important. Very, very important that you do not violate the law in any way. It's very important. Patty Murphy says no song, please. Okay, you got it. Thank you. What do you need to come to Massachusetts? We will help you. It's a little bit more than just money. It takes a little planning on my end here and as well as being over there. Thank you, Patty Murphy. I do appreciate it. But I've got some responsibilities that are coming up that I can't leave for. And it's just, there's a few things right now. So just some personal issues that I just can't seem to get away from. I won't be able to get away from. But I promise that as soon as I can, I will absolutely make plans to go out there and be side by side with you guys. So yeah, and Clubber is a part of that too. Yes. Clubber is a part of that too. He's a new factor in my life that I did not plan on. And and I'm happy to have him, but having Clubber now definitely complicates things a little more than it did before. So he's a factor that I have to factor into things. So but please, I urge you guys to simply you're holding your signs, speaking out, being respectful, letting people walk by who they need to walk by to. These are all things. It's really important that we follow that we follow the law. Now, I understand that the law states that you can't assemble. That within witnesses, within the vicinity of witnesses or whatever. But that law is unconstitutional. And you are risking, as long as you're peaceful morally, you're good. On a moral level, you're good. But make no mistake that they have found a way, just like they managed to charge the Canton Nine and charge Turtle Boy. You guys are subject to to that very same law, under those very same chapters. You're subject to that. So you are risking going to jail if you show up there. But that law in itself is absolutely a violation of the First Amendment. And you can absolutely fight that in court. But if you can't, if you somehow you don't have the means and it's more trouble than it's worth to you, nobody's going to judge you for that. Nobody's ever going to judge you for that. That's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. Because they have found this loophole to where they can legally charge you with a crime if you show up and exercise your First Amendment rights. But if you have the means to be able to fight it and you're willing to fight it, if you're willing to put yourself, to put your freedom on the line in protest of that law itself, then, right on. If you have the means to do so. If you don't, nobody is trying to put any pressure on you in any way, shape, or form. But make no mistake, I want to be clear about that. If you show up to this protest, you are subject to the very same possible charges that the Canton Nine are charged with and that Turtle Boy is charged with. Make no mistake about that. I will not mislead you. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Now, this is on January 5th at 7:30 a.m. Everybody's meeting up outside of the Norfolk Superior Courthouse in Dedham. You know, I'm gonna get away from this Ken Mello. I'm gonna read it on my own later, and if there's anything more to go over, I will. I want to go ahead and move on to this phone call here of Ken Mello calling the Canton PD on the Canton Nine. I know that Tom CPU played this, and thank you for showing that, Tom CPU, when you did.
Gun recording sergeant, Stacey speaking.
Sergeant, is that what you have?
Who would you like to speak with, sir?
Hold on, sorry.
My name.
Yeah, this gun recording sergeant, Stacey speaking.
Yes, Sergeant, is that what you have?
Who would you like to speak with, sir?
My name is Ken Mello. I'm a prosecutor with the Norfolk DA's office. Can I speak to your shift commander?
Well, I'm on duty right now. We have a lieutenant too. But how can I help you?
Okay. There's the protest going on outside B&E. Would you mind sending a car down there just to make sure that they're
we'll take a look.
not intimidating?
And what's your name again?
My name is Attorney Ken Mello.
And who are you working for?
I'm the special prosecutor.
Okay.
Regarding Aiden Kearney.
Got it. All right. So the prosecutor, you said there's people outside B&E?
Right.
Okay.
Just have a cruise go by and make sure.
The cop already knows what's up.
We'll check it out.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
This cop already knows what's going on. Like, he's already aware of the case, and he's like, okay, I just want to make sure. Now, he's telling him, just send a car down there, make sure nobody's getting out of line. That's a perfectly reasonable request. You know what I mean? But it's very interesting that that call is coming from him, though. Wendy Williams, thank you so much. Hoping to come protest from California. Can anyone recommend a decent hotel? Thank you so much. Yeah, so you locals, recommend Wendy Williams. She wants to come out there and protest, man, all the way from California, guys. That's amazing. Like, that's pretty great. Wendy Williams wants to come all the way out to California to Boston to help protest. So she needs some recommendations for a hotel. Wendy Williams is fantastic. So why is this phone call coming from Ken Mello? I'll tell you why it's coming from Ken Mello. It's because Chris Albert of D&E Pizza contacted Chris Mello directly and said, I need you to arrest these people. I need these people charged. That's exactly what happened. There's no like, I wonder if that happened. No. I mean, it's clearly obvious. Ken Mello used his influence on the Canton Police Department to harass and intimidate peaceful protesters and use a law that is unconstitutional to throw his weight around and intimidate 9 people who were peacefully protesting, who we saw the video of, who were absolutely peacefully protesting.
Bye-bye. You too, bye-bye.
Hello. Roger. Hey, Mike. I got a call from Kenneth Mello. He's the special prosecutor.
686 has that.
There's some pro from the D&E, so Zeph is going to take a drive-by.
Yeah, they can protest.
I know, we're just going to take a drive-by. Just get the attorney's question. We just be sure we stop by.
Wait,
take a look.
wait.
Make sure there's nothing.
No.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Let's hear that again.
You too. Bye-bye.
Roger. Hey, Mike. I got a call from Kenneth Mello. He's the special prosecutor, I guess.
686 has that.
Anyways, there's some protesters out in front of D&E, so Zeph is going to take a drive-by.
Yeah, they can protest.
I know, we're just going to take a...
Okay, right there. They can protest. The cop, the cop on the receiving end of that call is like, I mean, okay. Like already, he's already thinking like, what the fuck is going on here? He's already like, I mean, they can protest. Like, who cares? They don't even know that there's a law that exists that they can't, because it's their God-given right to express their First Amendment, to exercise their First Amendment. It's their God-given right to. Think about that. It didn't even occur to this police officer that there was a law against them being able to exercise their First Amendment. It wouldn't. He's like, well, I mean, what am I going over there for? They could protest. It's basically what he's thinking. He's like, they could protest. I mean, he's like, yeah, but just do a drive-by. Okay. All right.
I take a drive-by. Just get the attorney's question. We just be sure we stop by, take a look.
Yeah.
So, all right. I'll catch you. Bye-bye.
Slops.
Hi, Mr. Mello. It's Sergeant Silvesi. I just spoke here. Oh, 1 second.
Yes, sir.
1 second, sir. Roger. An officer swing by. Said there's 4 people like across the street holding signs. They weren't right in
there
front.
was more than
across
4
the street.
people.
They're not keeping traffic, but so it seems kind of mellow. A small group now.
All right. Okay. Very good. If they could just swing by there once in a while, I'd appreciate
we'll
it very much.
we'll
All
keep
right.
on making
So that's
passes.
telling.
You know.
Very good.
All right.
So maybe, because that sounds to me like there was only 4 people, and then more people came out to where it came up to 9 people. So at the very even sight of a sign that says Free Karen Reed, at the very sight of a t-shirt that says Free Karen Reed or Free Turtle Boy, at the very sight of this, Chris Albert gets on the phone, calls Ken Mello. Ken Mello says, get some officers over there. With the intention, no doubt, to intimidate them. What other reason would there be? They hadn't even assembled yet. There was 4 people, according to them. 4 people. What's the threat? What's the threat? I don't get it. What is the threat? So you're going to sit here and try to convince me that these people were intimidating someone? It's clear who was doing the intimidating here. If there was only 4 people, that means at the very sight of somebody, Chris Albert on the phone to Ken Mello and said, you need to get these people away from my shop. Chris Albert, who sits on the Canton Select Board. He says, Ken Mello, get your ass down there, get this done. I don't care how you get it done. Get these fucking people away from my shop.
All right.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Sir. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Canton Police Officer Nick's recorded line.
Hi, Officer Nix. This is Attorney Ken Mello. I believe I just spoke with your sergeant there. Is he still available?
He's not. He just stepped out. Actually, he's walking back in the room, sir. Hold on. Let me put you on hold, and I'll have him pick up, okay?
Thanks very much.
You're welcome, sir.
How can I help you?
Hi, Sergeant Ken Mello again.
No problem.
Do me a favor. Take a look at Chapter 268, Section 13A.
268.
13.
At this point, doesn't even matter if they're being peaceful. Doesn't even matter because he said, first off, drive by there, make sure nobody's getting out of hand, right? Nobody's threatening anybody. Make sure that that's happening. As soon as it's established, nobody's threatening anybody. They did the drive-by, everything's cool. And then Ken Mello says, not good enough. Do me a favor. Take a look at Chapter 268, Massachusetts law.
13A.
Sections 13A and 13B.
Go ahead, get a book. Oh, 1 second, sir.
Okay. You give me a call back if you want, okay?
Okay, yes, sir, Mr. Mello. All right.
Okay. All right, thank you.
And we know it's about Aiden because he states at the beginning, at the first phone call, the beginning of this video that I'm reviewing, and he states at the beginning of this phone call, he says, this is the special prosecutor in the Aiden Carney case. Special prosecutor in the Aiden Carney case. He identifies himself as the special prosecutor in specifically Turtle Boy's case. So, okay. All right. I mean, let's get real here, folks. Like, what does it take? What does it take? Because I sure as fuck don't want to live under a fucking police state, dude. I don't want to live under tyranny. The laws that exist are designed to protect us. They're not designed to be used to be manipulated to throw us in jail, to keep us shut, to shut us up. They're designed to protect us. They're designed to protect you. How did that law even get passed? Somebody had a personal interest in that law being passed because it would help them in some way, shape, or form when the law was passed. And I want to know when it was passed. I want to know how old this law is. But I find it very interesting. He says, he realizes, okay, well, you know, they're just fucking the cops are like, we don't want to arrest them. They're just protesting. They're allowed to protest. They could protest. You even hear one of them say it. They could protest. So what? And then this guy calls back. This dickhead right here, he calls back and he says, do me a favor and check out Massachusetts law, chapter 268, sections 13A and 13B. Meaning, go arrest them. You have grounds to arrest them. I want them in jail. Go arrest them. That's basically what he's saying. Basically implying if you don't arrest them, you're not doing your job. So at this point, the Canton Police Department, they're hamstrung.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mr. Mello, Sergeant Silvesi. So it looked up. So what do you want? What are you thinking of doing?
I think we're good enough to charge them, to be honest with you, at least this person. I mean, that's my take on it,
yeah.
You know. But it looks like they meet every single requirement of that statute.
Okay, so we just go up there. You want us to write a report and try to document who was there? Who's there?
Again, it's not even entering this police officer's vocabulary. It's not even entering his realm of possibilities to arrest them yet. Even though he said, "Go," honestly, go down there and charge him. He's going, wait, so what do you want us to do? You want us to write a report? He can't even comprehend the fact that he is asking, that this asshole Ken Mello is asking them to actually go and violate someone's First Amendment rights. They don't like it. They clearly don't like it. And you can tell in their reaction that they don't like it when they get down there. When you see the video of it, you can tell. This guy, it doesn't even like, he's straight up like, what do you, you want us to write a report? What do you want us to do?
Yeah, if you could do that, yeah, please, if you can do that. I mean, check with your lieutenant. I don't want to, I'm not an officer in your department, but I'm looking at that statute and saying they're across the street. They're certainly near Albert's place.
All right.
He's a witness, and they're certainly there for purposes of influencing or whatever else the statute states.
Yeah.
They're not there for any other reason.
All right. So it's punishable by no more than a year in prison and a fine of no more than $5,000. So,
correct.
All right. So we go up there. We can try to figure out. I mean, I think we could probably figure out a couple of them. Maybe not all of them where they are, because we can ask them and they can just tell us, pound sand, not tell them. And we try to find them, see where the cars they go to or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I guess we can go from there and just
Sure. I mean, I don't know if you can reach your chief to see how she feels about it, or okay. Great. I appreciate it very much, Sergeant.
No problem.
Thank you, Luna's mom. I appreciate that. So the law was passed November 4th, 2014, and amended April 13th, 2018. And I mean, under what circumstances, I'm sure I don't know. I mean, right. I want to judge to hear this. The thing is that the law is the law. That's the ground that Ken Mello gets to stand on, is the fact that the law exists. The problem is the law itself. I've stated this 100 times, and I'm going to continue to state it. The law that they're using to intimidate protesters, to intimidate the citizens of Canton, and anybody else who plans on going to protest Karen Read's trial, anybody who's been speaking up, the law itself that they're using is unconstitutional. It should have never been passed in the first place. That law itself should be overturned. No strays. ENT, thank you so much. Turtle Boy is in jail for trying to free Karen Read. Whole time she's home chilling. Ever heard the phrase, you doing too much? I mean, she's not free. I mean, if you're facing life in prison, even though she's sitting at home right now, if you're facing life in prison, you're facing a murder charge, you're not free. You're losing sleep. That's hanging over your head every single day. It is like a ball chained to your ankle everywhere you go. So the term free Karen Read applies because she is not free. She's technically free right now. Technically sitting at home, sure. But I mean, let's get real, dude. Like, she's not free. Yeah, I think they will be dropped too, but why haven't they dropped them yet? That's the crazy part. Why haven't they been dropped yet? Why are they so adamant? And all that does, the fact that they're this adamant about moving forward with these charges only enforces Turtle Boy's theories to begin with. Because what ends up happening is if the prosecution, not Ken Mello, but if Michael Morrissey, his office decides to drop these charges against Karen Read, we're talking about a dead Boston police officer. People want answers. His family wants justice. His family and loved ones want answers. Karen Read, if she's innocent, wants answers. If you drop those charges, then they're going to have to investigate elsewhere. You can't just sit on a cold case of you can't just make the case cold just because you drop the charges against the person you originally had charged. You're going to have to charge somebody. You're going to have to investigate someone else. So you don't want you don't want to have to investigate a bunch of other cops, which is exactly what's going to end up happening. They have to investigate everyone that was in that house that night. Every single person that is confirmed to have been inside 32 Fairview is going to be subject to investigation if they drop the charges to Karen Read against Karen Read. There's no other way around it because people want justice for a slain Boston police officer. And it's likely going to come up cold. Where's Chloe? What happened to the house? The house was never searched. The house was sold. I mean, where are they going to get the answers? Is somebody going to confess? No. If you got everybody saying, hey, you're just as fucking, you could just be easily implicated as I can, maybe not for the murder itself, but for covering it up. You're just as accountable as I am for that. Everybody's going to keep quiet. Jen's going to keep quiet. Matt's going to keep quiet. Nicole's going to keep quiet. Carrie's going to keep quiet. Brian's going to keep quiet. I mean, they're all going to keep quiet. I mean, they're all subject to implication. Every single one of them. So for people to sit there and say it's too far-fetched for there to be a conspiracy, that is people conspiring to cover up a murder. That is absolutely people conspiring to cover up a murder. If they are conspiring to keep quiet, that is a conspiracy. If you have more than one person going, hey, if you say something, then it's going to implicate me, but it's going to implicate you too. If you have more than one person with those similar interests, that is a conspiracy, people. It's not that, 34 Fairview. I don't know why I said 32. Excuse me. That is absolutely a conspiracy. I mean, it's not that hard to imagine. People want to say the word conspiracy is so far-fetched because you're thinking about aliens and Bigfoot and JFK. You're thinking of all this shit when really all you have to do is think about the actual definition of the word. Patty K, thank you so much. Do you think it's possible the kids in the house were partying and had no clue what happened in the basement? Could it be just 4 or 5 instead of 11? I don't know. I'm not going to go and speculate as to what actually happened in the house. That's something that I don't do on this channel. I know it's more fun, but I don't do that. Okay? So I don't know what happened in that house. I do believe that John O'Keefe was in that house. I think that Ryan Nagel's statement puts him in that house. I think that his Apple Health data puts him in that house. But I don't know what happened in the house. I'm not going to sit here. I mean, that is a big mystery. The only people that know what happened in that house are John O'Keefe and everyone else who was in that house. Nobody else knows. Nobody else actually knows. So a conspiracy, the simple definition of a conspiracy is a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. It is unlawful to cover up a murder. It is unlawful to lie about a murder. And if you're doing it to avoid implication, well, then you're going to do it in secret. Therefore, that obviously falls under the category of the simple definition of what a conspiracy is. It is not that far-fetched. It is not that crazy to think. Let me see something real quick. I'm looking for something. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Yeah, somebody in chat told me that there was a new tweet under Turtle Boy, but I'm trying to find it. I don't see it. The only thing I see is something from December 27th. And I know that Turtle Boy Daily News reposted Maz Media. I looked at the Aiden Carney page. I'm seeing December 21st. All the way back to April, but I'm not seeing anything recent. And I'm looking, it doesn't, hold on. Okay, hold on. I just got a DM. Thank you, Maz Media. Okay. All right, I've got it here. Thank you, Maz Media. Appreciate it. All right. So it says here, tonight is my 5th night in jail. For the first 48 hours, I was depressed and on the verge of tears constantly. I was not myself. Today, my parents visited me, and every day, hundreds of Turtle Riders send me positive messages of encouragement. Keep them coming, especially the videos. I love the videos. I miss my kids dearly, and it breaks my heart to be away from them. But I am no longer pessimistic. I will get out of here one way or another, and I will have a new outlook on life. The corrections officers here are great people and have treated me well. I have always had tremendous respect for what they do. I will cry and hug a lot of people when I get out of here, but I will be stronger for this. And I'm an Eagle Scout and a member of the Order of the Arrow and earned my Wilderness Survival Merit Badge. I am a proud product of, hold on a second. I'm a proud product of the war. I don't know how to say that word. Public schools. They cannot and will not break me. We have big things coming, but I also ask that you stay focused on justice for Karen Reed, the Canton Nine, Janelle, and of course, John O'Keefe. We are all in this fight together, and we ain't got no quit. Let's see a big crowd for Karen on Friday. I will be there in spirit. There you go, folks. There you go. So, he's hoping to see a big crowd there on Friday. Big crowd there on January 5th, 2024. And just make sure, guys, just don't make yourselves look bad. It's really important. This spreads and gets national attention and worldwide attention if you guys remain credible. If you lose that credibility, it's real bad. If you lose that credibility, it's real bad. It's real important that you maintain credibility. So, again, this is about your right to speak up. This is about your right to assemble. This is about your right to speak up. All right. Now, I don't know if Sleuthy's still in here. Well, I'm not going to go over that tonight. Let me just I haven't done this yet. So we're going to try to keep things a little light. I mean, I think it's abundantly clear that that Turtle Boy being incarcerated is absolutely he's absolutely being railroaded here. I mean, you just got to look at the whole grand scheme of things. You got to look at the big picture. Why is a private investigator who works for the defense being detained by law enforcement? Why did the Canton Nine get arrested? Well, because they broke a law that is unconstitutional. How did the police become aware of that? Well, because Ken Mello sent them over there. Why did Ken Mello directly call the Canton Police Department to send officers over there and arrest the Canton Nine? Because Chris Albert must have called him and told him to do it. Chris Albert, who works for the who sits on the select board. I mean, let's get real, folks. I mean, we can't afford to be naive here. We just can't. We cannot afford to be naive here. So, let me see something real quick. You guys ready to have some fun? Okay. I'm just going to go through some of these one by one. This is just for fun, folks. Some of you guys have seen these already, but I have not watched these yet. These are totally going to be reaction. Okay. Some of these, they go back 3 years. Okay.
man. I need something to make my day fucking better, man. I don't know, man.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna get dinged for that shit. So this guy's brushing his teeth. I love it. Wow. This is fantastic. No, I didn't see them yet. Yeah, this is just a little, this is a light treat for all you guys. This is all this is. We're just a little guilty pleasure for all of us here. Let's have a little fun.
Oh, that's stop. Fuck that.
He's got a mouthful of toothpaste. Okay, hold on a second here. So let's see. Oh, these are all from 2 years ago. Where can I find the ones? Is it Facebook? Because I don't have Facebook anymore. All I have is access to his YouTube channel. I don't have Facebook anymore. So if anybody has that, DM me on Twitter. If anybody has the live stream from last night. Oh, there's a playlist here. Okay. Is this, hold on. This
Sergeant, I moved for my dog, my arm's broken. He broke my arm even more when he did it. He thought I had a gun. I don't.
They're taking the car, they're towing it. Why? There's nothing in it. They say it was involved in a crime.
Relax.
Bro, this ain't right.
So I just got here to Forest Hills, and I turned the radio on, and there's a call somewhere right across from here. So I'm gonna ride around real quick and look for them. There's one cop right there.
Yeah, this is from 2020. My arm is broken. Yeah, you guys got to understand, I've never seen these before. Like, I've only seen, like, the rap battle or whatever. And when Turtle Boy was like, I'm calling 1-800-COP. And he was like, oh, shit.
He might be down over there, maybe. Let's see.
I still don't know what I'm looking at here.
Oh yeah, here we go, baby. Here we go.
I guess this is him on a bike, like with his version of a GoPro. Y'all are saying just keep going. Okay. All right. All right. That's not Janetti on the bike? Okay. Okay, so it's a police body cam. It's a police auditor. He's on a body. Okay, I got you.
Shit, I don't know how much I got out of that riding down here.
I don't know, Jamie, but I would imagine that you could message somebody's running his channel. So I would imagine you could direct message him and that'll get to him the way you normally would. But thank you, Jamie. I appreciate it, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know.
Shit. I forget I'm attached.
Police auditor. Whatever that means. I don't know what even that means. Someone who audits the police? I don't know.
I got it.
I have them. Lima 903.
903, go.
Yeah, you have a set in 1623 high power gap, so I'm going to need a unit for that.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on yet. But
What unit's going to start down there?
Okay, we're in the middle of everything. We've got a lot of people down here. We're all blocked.
looks like it's picking
So
up.
that's the sergeant that's talking right there. This is what they do. They leave the dog barking. Come see what's going on here.
Lima 903, we're going to have the 608 in there. Give us a minute to get his car out.
A lot of cops.
Yeah, 905, that may be COVID there. It says that someone was exposed, possibly.
Real quick, two things. Notice how they have it documented that a person had COVID. And the second thing, pay attention to how the dog is and the lack of interest in what he's doing.
Okay, I have that.
He's telling him up. Dog ain't even paying attention, bro. I hear people yelling. The dog ain't even paying attention, kid.
Okay, 431.
431.
That's 42.
He was on his way to court?
14 call.
What?
Whoever
No, I'm not sure. I just got off the train and I heard it come over the scanner. So
They won't let me go nowhere, Mike.
I was running, and I just started, and the guy was trying to get him the cruiser, and he kept saying, "Look at my pocket, I got my green." I don't know if he said green card. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I thought about it. I thought, I want to go back.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Look at 10 cruisers.
yeah, you can always ask him, and the sergeant is usually the one to ask. He's been the one radioing in. So, I mean, it's public interest, so they should and can answer you.
10 cruisers.
Yeah, I know. Sounds like someone might be in the cruiser yelling right now.
Yeah, it was hard for him to get him in there.
Yeah.
He kept saying, "Look at my pocket, I don't need."
Yeah. So as you see, the dog isn't even really paying attention. He's leading him where to sniff. That's the dangerous part about that stuff. Because it's almost like they're coaching the dog, you know? See, the dog's smelling me. Yeah, that's how they make you feel. Excuse me, Sergeant. Can I ask what's going on here?
Yeah, later on, we'll talk.
All right.
Yeah, Bob Brown, I'll do that. Thank you.
The dog ain't even paying attention, bro. Look at the dog's uninterested. This dog ain't even interested, bro. Look at it. It's not even interested. Sniffing his lanyard.
What is this dude yelling about, bro? Yeah, because this is like 30 minutes long.
But he said he just picked you up. He just picked you up. We work together. My house. Hey, car. Let me put to the bed. And then we run over here. Start to make a phone call. By the way, he does. Sergeant, I know somebody got my arm broken.
He's saying his arm's broken. He's telling you guys his arm's broken.
Y'all in the chat are killing me right now.
Who broke your arm? If your arm was broke, you wouldn't be on.
Go ahead, there's a few squared away. The 21 and the 412 are going to head over to that alarm call to get the game up.
Yeah, no, it's all set. They got a proper pass.
Can you put my gas on my head?
412.
Listen to me. Egg water first.
Oh my God, bro. What you got in his hair?
We got cameras too.
I had no gun, though. Where's the gun? Look how much money you have. No, I didn't. I know it's broke. Wait a minute. That's place. I just gotta go to court. Come on, stop. Stop.
What the fuck does he have in his hair, dude? That's that stuff that's
I
like.
got the
fucking-
I got the book it. You didn't
What is that shit? It's not
She broke my
gel.
arm even more when he did it. He thought I had a gun. I don't.
It's not gel. It's like, what the fuck is that shit that I've seen it, and I'm just like, what? It's like it's almost like a paste. Jess, thank you so much. I appreciate that for the Venmo. Yeah, it's like it's not glue either, but it's like this weird, it's like this weird shit that, like, I think Axe makes it too or something like that. It's insane. It's like this really stiff shit that, it's weird.
You want to ask your wallet? Yeah, they broke my arm. My green sheet's right here on my papers. I don't have a warrant right now. I told you. They're not arresting you for a warrant. They're going to get a report. They're taking the car. They told it. What? That's not it. They said it was involved in a crime. No, it wasn't. So I'm going to get arrested? Yeah.
You're already in handcuffs, dude. What do you mean?
I don't know. Not at all, man. This arm is so fucking broken. They didn't break it. It's loosening at 1, 2 notches. I can't go nowhere. I can't go in. You didn't move it. You didn't move it, man. Look at my arm. Look how tight it is. I haven't done nothing. He did nothing.
What are they accusing you guys of? What crime? What crime? What crime? What crime? What crime? They're not telling you? If they're detaining you, they have to tell you what crime they're suspecting you of committing. If they're detaining you, they have to tell you what crime they're suspecting you of committing. They have to. They can't just detain you and not tell you what crime you're suspected of committing.
Yeah, okay. So this guy, okay, I get it. So this guy's a police auditor, and I guess he just fucking works independently. He's got a fucking scanner, and then he just rolls up on cops to fucking. I mean, where was this guy when John O'Keefe turned up dead? You know what I mean? Like, where the fuck was this guy? You know, where was the police auditor at that point? That's so annoying that this is taking place, and the only fucking results I get for that shit is fucking Janetti, bro.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find out if they actually had enough time where they could have not just thrown out the window, but actually hit it somewhere. I know how far everyone's yard. Lima 462. So he was parked nearby 14 Wentworth Street, right over there. So they went by there for at least 3 minutes. You copy that, sir?
It's like kids don't go over. They keep going.
You know what kills me about this guy? You know what fucking kills me about this guy? Like, what I find the most fascinating is, like, all you motherfuckers know who this guy is, dude. Like, everybody in Boston knows who this guy is. This guy is like the local crackhead, bro. Like the town crackhead. You hear Janetti in Boston and you're like, crack. What a bad rap, dude. Like, how are you gonna be fucking infamous for crack, bro? Like, locally, everywhere you go, people are oh shit. I see the hair. Oh shit. That's Cracky Janetti, bro. It's Cracky Janetti. Here he comes. Sucks. Poor bastard.
I'm at like number 51 Street, working my way down to you.
They're not leaving enough room for these cars to go through. So it seems like they're suspecting him of a drug deal and then throwing some drugs off into a yard somewhere.
The Leo gets of crack. That is a great fucking reference right there. Okay. But I want crack.
All right. I think I'm gonna get out of here.
Dude,
Actually, I got him on the other line.
I got 800 people watching
So most
this,
of the cars are going now.
and all you motherfuckers know who this guy is, dude.
Oh.
It's fucking amazing.
Hyde Park Ave.
Wow.
So he's not arrested.
I got your badge number. I got your badge number. Fucking cops. Fuck you.
Get my paperwork.
He's not arrested. So he's not arrested, they said. He's being detained, handcuffs in the back of the car, while they fish for something that they can't find.
You're gonna make me late for court. I gotta get to court. My arm's broken. You broke my arm. Yeah, I know, right? I feel bad for his dad, bro. All right. I need to get. Okay, here we go.
Let me stop. My arm's broken. I'm gonna get him. But all the papers. Let's boss arrest. They broke my arm.
Bring it down.
No, you're not. You're not here. He broke my arm.
He broke my arm.
Sergeant, I got to talk to you. I told you anyone else. No, the other guy came over on the right side. From good to my arm, and actually keep it moving. I know. This guy's seen everything. The guy want to be on. No, I want to say no. I have no point. I don't.
Yeah, I know. Like speeding up a crackhead is just like, okay, forget it. Like you're not gonna hear a fucking thing he says.
No, but
Like he's already on high speed. Literally.
Jaguar 5 times here around 014. There was nothing around that area.
I want that car.
Hold on.
Jaguar 5 times here around 014. There was nothing around that area. Jaguar 5 times here around 014. There was nothing around that area. Jaguar 5 times here around 014. There was nothing around that area.
I want that car in the back.
I am.
You guys stole my car. I'm going through it. All right, thank you. My arm is still hurt. I'm going to.
My arm. You broke my arm. Cocksuckers.
They pulled me over, ripped me out of my car.
Yeah.
I want this on Fox. All right.
I don't know. It might not go on Fox, but
Well, I'm gonna.
I want this on Fox. These fucking cocksuckers.
But you can't record me. You're a cop?
no.
All right. You broke my arm and put me in there, right? I told them I didn't do nothing. I want to go to court like a man. They got, not them. They're good officers. These
All right.
guys are good.
Hey, just bring
they
it-
did their job.
Hey.
The other guy hurt my arm.
You just was moving your arm. Go
Hey,
ahead.
bro.
You're free to go.
Yeah.
You're free to
Just go, man. Just go.
You're moving. You're good.
Good.
Listen, that guy, why you
You want
treat
to
me
go?
like
You want to
that?
go to the hospital?
No.
Get out of here, Craggy. They're trying to fucking let you go, bro. Move. Go.
You guys could have talked to me. I would have told you everything.
Oh, thank you,
If I
sir.
had done, I would have gave it to you. Who takes a gun out, white boy, and fucking?
Bro, what crackhead fucking doesn't just leave, bro? There's no such thing except for this guy. There's no such thing as a crackhead who, when the cops let you go, you don't just go, all right, see ya, and fucking dip. Like, I've never even seen that in my life. I've never seen a crackhead who just wants to keep talking to cops after they let you go. I've never seen that shit in my life. Like, that is the one thing you're afraid of as a crackhead, is a cop. That is the one thing that you're most afraid of. You're not afraid of death. You're not afraid of getting beat up. You're afraid of cops. You have paranoid delusions that cops are outside your window. Like, what the fuck? Why is this guy trying to talk to cops?
In Dorchester and shoot. Thank you. Sergeant, thank you. I want the police's name. Listen, broke my arm. Now I at least sprained it. The black uniform, all black things. I want his name.
It's a canine officer usually.
Yeah, did they find a gun?
They didn't find nothing.
Nothing.
They've been searching all the yards and everything.
Can you get to send my phone?
Hit the message me on Facebook if you want.
All right.
All right.
Listen, Sergeant, get that guy's name. All right. I'm telling you, Sergeant. Discipline him. Right here, I'm telling you, it hurts. I don't know. It's
No,
broke.
I know.
It's not broke. I asked him to release it. He ripped it up my head like this.
That's what they do. I know.
Listen to me,
I
please.
record them for a living.
Now
Bro. I
we
know.
can send us to Fox and make money.
I don't know about that. I got a lot of
We
good
gotta
shit,
show
but
that this is why the police ain't getting treated
dude,
like shit.
look at my channel. Watch what I do.
This is why
I'm
the
telling
police
you.
get shot. If I had a gun, I would have
Bro,
shot him.
no, you don't want to say that either,
I
bro.
know, but what the fuck? We got treated.
That is not protected.
Because you want that dude's followers.
On the free speech. Just get in your car before you get in trouble.
I have a right to
Get,
cops.
yeah.
But I'm saying to you, it's
But what you just said,
No, I wouldn't shoot a cop. I just
before you get in trouble, get in the car, bro.
Get the fuck
They're letting you
out
go.
of here, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Get the fuck
I'm just,
out of here.
yeah, I'm just,
Right there, that one right there.
I'm just looking off. Get his name and badge then.
These guys again. Sir, can I get your name and badge?
Oh my God, dude. No, you are the stupidest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life.
He's sorry. It's hurt I can't even move my arm.
All right, man. Have a good one, man.
Hey, I'm on Facebook.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sergeant, it's going all on Facebook.
I haven't seen you in ages. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Jesus fucking
No one followed me
Christ,
to court.
dude.
I called. No one followed me to court.
Hey, Saj. How you doing, Saj? Can I just get your name and badge?
Yeah, right here. So you get a good picture. All right.
What's that? Quails?
Kilos.
Kilos?
You get a good picture.
416.
All right, man. Hey,
Make sure you get
I appreciate what you're doing, man. I'm out here trying to bust your balls, man.
Yeah, you
You have
are.
to play
What are
the
you talking
cards
about?
right.
That's exactly
You
what
can't
you're out there for.
act like
Stop
they're
it.
your enemy, or else they will act like you are their enemy. The 48 laws of power.
Like, at least fucking have some conviction behind what you're doing, bro. You know? Like, all right, hold on here real quick. Now I'm gonna go over this real quick because Bob Brown asked me to do this. I think this is what was requested.
Go right ahead. Regarding
Now, this
licenses,
isn't Mike Giannetti. This is
Mr. Albert, for this year's license and the 2022 license, had signed under penalty of perjury that saying that he did not owe taxes, and I have a document here showing that he did owe taxes during those years. So I'm wondering whether that affects his license, because as we all know that if you don't provide correct information for your license, besides it being signed under penalty of perjury, that license is also is in question.
Mr. Julie, do you want to address that? Was there
I think she's talking about previous years,
so
not this year's.
Well, I'm wondering why would you approve a license when you know for at least the two previous years it had been signed with false information? I'm happy to share this with you. It's from it's showing the years that the back taxes are owed for. And I understand you paid them this morning.
Okay, so supposedly apparently the accusation here, if I'm understanding correctly, is that Chris Albert lied on his taxes, and and he's being called out on it at the select board meeting, which he sits on, the Canton Select Board. So, okay, that's interesting.
But I'm saying why would you approve a license for somebody who had given you incorrect information when they did owe taxes for the past at least 2 years? Those are the only applications that are on the
I
website.
was under the impression that all the taxes and everything was satisfied, so we
But they weren't last year when he signed. He gave incorrect information, and that usually is a cause of concern for a town. If someone applies for a license lying, giving erroneous information.
All I can tell you is that the town bylaw, it really focuses on what's owed to the municipality. So it's local meals tax, real estate tax, betterments, assessments. So those are the things that when we get a license application, we look at. And to the best of our knowledge, everyone that got approved had no outstanding charges or taxes that owed to the town of Canton.
So I just want to point out on your own form where the person signs, pursuant to, and then it cites the law, I certify under penalties of perjury that I, to the best of my knowledge and belief, have filed all state tax returns and paid taxes required under law.
So through you, Mr. Chair, I would say that when we receive these applications, we basically take it at face value when someone signs this. We don't research someone's tax status with the state or the federal government. We assume that they're signing that in good faith. So that's how we approach all our applications. We also have no way of knowing what their status is at the time they sign the application and what their status is at the time the application is granted.
Let me tell you guys something real quick before I continue this video. This is something, and this comes from the heart, bro. I'm not even trying to lie. Like this comes absolutely from the heart, and this is 100% truth. Ever since I've taken on this case, this has been my favorite chat that I've ever had. In 5 years of being a YouTuber, I have never enjoyed a chat more than you guys. You guys are fantastic. You guys are fucking fantastic. I just wanted to tell you that because that is absolutely from the heart, 100% true.
This is the lien containing the information saying he did owe taxes during the time period where he signed under perjury, saying that.
I believe I had a payment arrangement with the DOR last year during when I signed that. I had that I gave to you guys last year.
Right.
Payment
I
arrangement.
was trying not to give out any.
I know. It's personal information.
But
I know.
He's like, hey, I think yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, in addition to, paying your taxes, if a applicant can show a hardship or they can show that they're in some type of payment arrangement with the state, then that's acceptable as well.
So the fact that this may have been signed under perjury for at least last 2 years, that doesn't concern you, is what I'm hearing.
Well, there's no evidence that he's been in perjury.
It's right here.
He just told you he was in a payment program with the state.
I have something saying it was $24,057.43. You're saying he paid that this morning, but I'm talking about that he provided false information in the prior 2 years.
Oh,
I don't.
I
Can I
can't
ask-
argue. I can't speak that all, when we will approve the license for this
All right.
year, I knew
One last
everything has been
question.
satisfied.
One last question then. The license application that he signed, which I assume had been signed before today, you're saying this morning it was paid?
Thank you so much, No Strays. My neck, my back, and my back. I want $150,000, but we can settle out of court for $20.
Did that say signed under perjury that he had did not owe any taxes?
First of all, I'm not aware of anything being paid this morning, so
No,
I can't speak
sir.
to that.
So this is not a concern? Okay. I would say to the taxpayers it is.
I would say if
Well,
that,
thank you.
I would
Thank
say
you.
that if his
Right.
application was signed after he paid his taxes, then
How come we got to pay taxes and this asshole don't? The fuck?
No
Ab-
concern.
Absolutely.
That's why I was asking, was
Yeah.
it signed before or after? And how are we to know? I mean, look at all of these, this is, he has over a dozen tax liens, so
Okay,
it's hardly,
well, like I said, we're voting on that. Everything is right now has been satisfied, so.
Like, before they locked up Turtle Boy, goddamn well that they put a microscope to everything to this motherfucker, dude. Everything, including his taxes. Guaranteed. Doing everything they can to find anything they can to lock this man up. Guaranteed they did that shit. And they had to resort to some ex-girlfriend talk about she's pregnant.
signed before or after. And how are we to know? I mean, look at all of these, he has over a dozen tax liens, so
Okay,
it's hardly.
Wow.
Like I said, we're voting on that.
A dozen,
Everything is
tax
right now has been satisfied, so.
But everything's been satisfied, but except for the issue that he fucking lied.
Next, Mr. Chair, the Select Board will hold its next meeting on Tuesday, January 9th, 2024 at 7 p.m. in the Sala Meeting Room, Memorial Hall, 801 Washington Street. I move that we adjourn the December 27th meeting.
Dude, you guys got to have patience now. Have patience because, dude, the feds are looking at all this shit. I promise you. The feds are looking at all of this shit. All of it. The feds are going, dude, this is going from here to here to here to here to here. Like, they're going to walk into a courtroom one day and just have just files and files and files. You need to get Giannetti on your panel one night because he's fresh with them feds watching. Exactly. Thank you, Brian Fitz. All right, let's check this out. Speaking of Giannetti, hold on here. What the fuck? Why is this?
That's exactly what I mean.
Okay, it pauses whenever I come back to StreamYard, so I won't be able to see the chat.
Exactly what I fucking mean. All right? That was my shit back, that hit 3K in views, and then I did another one, and they fucking, I don't know, something happened, but it's not there. Right? Jimmy Road Trip. I don't know why you're calling me a fucking loser, bro.
Thank you, Calamity Dave, for the cash app.
Songs up.
Appreciate it.
If that was the case, then that's fine, bro. You can run your mouth all you want, bro. Fuck are you calling a loser, bro? I used to have to bring people to your fucking house. You know what I mean? There's no reason. I've never done that to you growing up for you to even behave like this towards me. Like what? Loser. Okay, maybe you
look
should
at those
text me,
eyes.
like, hey, do you mean if they're hacking you? Do you mean to fucking play that fucking shit music? Because it was stupid music. And like I said, did any of you go back and look in my eyes and see me fucking on the other phone? Yeah, because they started it. And now I don't even know what happened with those other views, right? 2.6K. And that's coming. That was not even telling anybody. And I got that. Okay? So I don't want to hear the shit.
What the fuck is he talking about?
You know, like fucking the fuck. I do a freestyle and probably some music, oh, it's old shit, blah, blah. No, it ain't old shit. I did it within 6 months to a year. It takes rappers long times to make singles and stuff like that. And to be doing them and be rapping the truth, it's very hard. So, you know what I mean? Half the stuff I was putting out there, they were putting out there, I was putting as a sample in my drafts, and they were fucking they were posting them, so they look stupid. And then they edited and they slowed down my voice.
Thank you, Jody.
Like,
Appreciate the cash app, Jody.
listen, Turtle Boy did everything I told you he would do. I was already bugging outside Georgetown before. I think he took that down. I was up to like 8,000 views on that. He fucked 16-year-old girl. Fuck.
Okay, so right here we went from Turtle Boy hacking his computer and fucking with the views on his rap to fucking a 16-year-old girl. Okay, dude. Okay, Cracky.
And fucking with the daughter and shit of his ex. And they had screenshots and all that of it, right? All that. Then sending this kid naked pictures and stuff. I don't understand, like, where the fuck are my Boston dudes at? Like, really? Where are they at, man? Because it's kind of ridiculous, bro. And
Oh, unless somebody sends it to me, I can't play it. Snack Devil is the abuser. Thank you. Go to the 15-minute mark of the 6.6K video. See, I don't have a Facebook anymore, so I can't just search it. I actually deleted my Facebook like a few days ago. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, you guys really like Turtle Boy that much? And then Andrew Charles. Like, listen, bro, I don't have to look good for you. That's a fake picture of you, right? You're Turtle. That's Turtle Boy Andrew Charles. You know why I know? Because
what?
I already blocked him, and I can't block him because he's the authenticator. And Aiden used to like Andrew as an alias. I know it's him. All right. So, you know, imagine if, like, TikTok, they didn't get into him about for 2 years. So whatever with that for the 2.8 views. Imagine if the first disc was 10,000 viewers that I went on live with. Imagine if you just left my Facebook alone.
Oh
and I did my
God,
videos
dude.
and
Dude,
my reels.
You gotta go.
Oh, on
you
that
gotta get
Facebook?
clean, bro. You're gonna die. You gotta get
Yeah.
clean. This is
All the raps are real shit.
It's the
Real
most
shit that he
paranoid
did. Real
shit I've
I
ever
knew he was
seen.
gonna do again. It was all real.
Listen, I grew up in Miami, dude. I've met my share of crackheads. Okay, I'm no stranger to crackheads. All right, I've never seen paranoia to this level. Like just open paranoia straight up. Like most of the crackheads I've ever met were paranoid about looking paranoid. This guy does not give a fuck. This is the craziest shit ever.
No lies, right? Got busted up again. Now you guys want to take shots at me, take shots at me. But you know what? I had the balls to go there with all his little fucking goons, right? And go there and say how I felt. Putting the camera right in my face, not camera this and that. No one else would. Like, yeah, I mean, think you had Jamie chilling with you or somebody else that was a command and shit. It was a little weird, but all the time with that dude. I threw parties at your house. Like, why does everybody come out the woodwork on me, attack me, when I go after somebody for putting my son on the shit, right? And then fucking he ends up getting bagged for it again and again after I do it. Like, just that's it. All right.
Parties.
So whatever. We dropping shit all night on there unless he shut down halfway because I want to do a couple of new songs. Those are just kind of like, but whatever, dude. Eat a dick, everyone that fucking. You don't have to like me, but you don't have to side with a skinner, a wife beater. All these shit he gets charged for. What do I get charged for? Nothing in that shit. Suck a dick.
The shit is full. The shit is full. Clock. Clock. The shit is full. All right. That's gonna wrap it up for me. We're past 3 hours, man. I got to walk Clubber again. I am gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go over more of his stuff just for fun. But people, let's again keep in mind we got to keep talking about the Karen Reed case. We got to keep talking about this case because one way or the other, it's up to us at this point to do what we can to get justice for John O'Keefe. Again, the incarceration of Turtle Boy, the unjust incarceration of Turtle Boy, is designed to distract you. It is designed to distract you from what really matters here. Okay? It's very important. So as long as you don't buy into that distraction, this incarceration of Turtle Boy should not deter you from why we are all here in the first place. So just keep that in mind. And I'm going to keep doing these streams. I'm going to keep talking about this stuff. I promise you guys that. I'm not going anywhere. And I appreciate all of you guys. It means a lot to me that you guys have welcomed me. And I'm going to do everything I can to do right by you. I promise. So you guys are amazing. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys very much. Thank you for all your support. And again, if you guys want to support Turtle Boy, you guys already know how to do that. You already have the means to be able to support him the same way as if he was live. He has the same links. And the link to the Canton 9 is in the description, and Cherry was dropping them quite earlier when she was in chat. So I urge you guys absolutely to help contribute, because we're talking about 9 people here. You know, we're talking about they need help. So as much as you guys can contribute to the Canton 9, that's going to be really helpful, because they absolutely need help. And for those of you, again, who have supported the channel, I appreciate you guys for that. That means a lot to me. And I'm going to keep going. So I love you guys very much. And we will do this again very soon, my friends.